Welcome back, boys and girls. And today we're gonna grill up some pork barbecue ribs. And I wanna share that with you. Now, venison is great, but one thing bad about venison is we can't grill it because it's got no fat, it's too lean, and it gets tough and dry. You never see me grilling a venison. I've seen people do it, but in my opinion, that's not the best way to eat it. So today we're gonna go with St. Louis style pork barbecue rib. Now, my wife makes one of the best espresso barbecue sauce. Yeah, you heard me right, espresso. I've done a video on this in the past, so either I'm gonna cut it and put it in this video, or you might have to look for it yourself. But I tell you, man, it is the best barbecue. I spotted a couple of deers taking a nap. Yes, every morning we walk about 3 miles, and if we have time, we walk in the evening about half of that. You gotta stay healthy for your family and for hunting. Okay, you want to drain all the blood out and some smell out overnight. You could see some blood come out and some nasty stuff, so you want to drain out as much as you can, and this kind of helps with the flavor, and it's healthy. Okay, the water looks pretty clean, so this should be the last one. Alright, now we're gonna pat dry it. Now when you pick the pork, you wanna pick one that's kind of thick because you want the juice inside. And you wanna trim some fat, but you don't wanna trim the fat on this side because that's bone right here and that's kind of causes it to burn. But now if you have too much fat in it, that could also start fire on your grill. Okay, since we're gonna use my wife's awesome espresso barbecue sauce later, we're gonna lightly dry rub the ribs. And you could use basically anything that you have. But basically we're gonna be using pepper and garlic salt and ginger powder and some crushed red pepper. And there is no standard on how much you're gonna put in. It really depends on you. Garlic salt, ginger powder, little bit of crushed pepper, flip, pepper, garlic salt, and ginger powder. That already looks really good. Now, we're gonna put a wrap on the top and put it in the refrigerator till it's ready to barbecue. And we like to take it out about 20 minutes before we actually put it on the fire. This is how we do it. First step is getting a good strong coffee. Here is the ingredients for the espresso barbecue sauce. First, we have 1 clove of minced garlic, and we have 1 cup of strong, good American coffee, and we have 1 cup of ketchup, and we're gonna use 3/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, and we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of honey, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, we have preheated the pot with olive oil, and first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cook the garlics. And this smells really good. Be careful not to burn your garlics because that's gonna make it taste really sour. So make sure you stir pretty well. Now once the garlic is cooked pretty good and you have a really good aroma, then you want to add the rest of it. First we're gonna go with the coffee. And we're gonna add the ketchup. Now we increase the heat so it will boil, and here is a 3/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Here's the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And the 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. And we're gonna actually do 4 tablespoons of honey. I know I said 3 tablespoons, but we decided to go with a 4 tablespoons. It's starting to boil now, so we're gonna lower the heat down to the medium, and we're gonna let it boil down to about halfway. Make sure you stir it really well because you don't want to burn the sauce, especially at the bottom. Okay, we've been boiling it for about 30 minutes now, and it's simmered down about halfway. And when you boil, you're gonna smell very strong odor from the vinegar, and that's normal. But this is really good sauce. Okay, as for the wine, we're gonna have Berlinger from Sonoma Valley. And this is actually $29 wine, which is really good for the price. But right now, Costco here is having it on sale for $11.99. So, useless to say, we bought a box. And give it a necktie, then it won't drip. Alright, we're going to pick up our daughter. And I tell you, man, sky is beautiful today. Today is actually really beautiful day. Now, originally, our gazebo didn't have the screen. But gazebo without mosquito screen is useless in Virginia. It gets so bad. So as you can see, I made the door and everything, and I screened it in. So we are in here enjoying our barbecue without worrying about the mosquito bites. Now, if you want to have the best corn ever, you want to grill the whole corn without taking the skins off. This keeps the moist and the sweetness inside. I guarantee you won't need butter, salt, sugar, nothing. And this is gonna be the best corn ever. Now I like to cook my pork ribs in a low heat. Just like that. And fully cook it before you apply the sauce. Because if you apply the sauce too early, that's gonna get burned and you're gonna see some firework. I usually like to do 10 minutes on each side to start with on a low heat, and then cook it more as needed. And once it's fully cooked, apply the barbecue sauce and just do like 2-3 minutes on each side. That's gonna glaze it and it's gonna be really good. Okay, we got plenty of that magic espresso barbecue sauce, and this is gonna be good. And I like to enjoy a glass of wine while I'm grilling the barbecue. Ah, that smells really good. Now you want to let it breathe for about 10 minutes. With California wine, you only need to let it breathe for about 10-15 minutes. You want to close it as fast as you can so you won't lose the heat. You might be wondering, why so much ribs when you only got 3 people eating? Usually when we grill, we like to grill a lot and then vacuum seal and freeze the leftovers. So next time when you want to have it, just heat it and you have the best ribs again. Okay. Okay, you don't want to cook one side too long because it will get burned or you might even catch a fire. Now if you see a fire, kind of avoid the area and you should be good. Now when the rib is about half done, you want to put in your corns. Okay, we're gonna flip again. Okay, another 10 minutes, and then I'll do 10 more minutes, and then I'll see if it's cooked, and then I'm gonna apply the sauce. Ooh, that smells good. Now, don't worry about the fire. Once you close it, it's gonna go out. Now we're gonna check if the meat is done. You wanna pick the thickest rib and poke it with a knife and see how easily that goes in. And there shouldn't be any bleeding. And one more thing, you don't have to worry about the cones because it's got the skin on, it will never burn. Oh yeah, they're done. Okay, here goes the magic sauce. Okay, I need 2 hands for this. Be generous with sauce, and we're gonna do 3 minutes. Okay, I just applied the barbecue sauce again on the other side. Let's take a look. And if you want to have extra sauce on it, you could do 3 more minutes on each side with a sauce on it. It won't burn, it's just gonna glaze it. Alright, let's take a look. Woohoo! Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, let's try the ribs. Woo! Mmm. Yeah! Woohoo! Mmm. Really juicy, really sweet. And Rachel brought us dessert from New York. I've already tried it. It's really good, but a little too expensive.